Okay, so I really want to make this video because I recently learned this from women online and from my own experience, and I have to share this with you girls because it is life-changing. No matter how old you are, 15, 30, 40, doesn't matter. This is life-changing. So men are going to treat you based on how you want to be treated. And it's through your actions and through what you will accept, okay? And no matter what stage you're in, like the first stage, or you've been dating this guy for 3 years, or you're married, you really need to set higher expectations for him. And you have to make it known that this is the only thing that you will accept from him, okay? So I'm gonna give you an example. My nose is a little itchy because I was like sick for a little bit. But so firstly, what you're gonna wanna do is understand what he does for you and what he thinks is okay, all right? So if he's sending you good morning messages, or he's getting you flowers once a week every Friday, or he makes dinner every 2 days out of the week, you know, like things like that, okay? Be very appreciative of the things that he does. But you also want to keep in mind, what can he do more of that will make him feel like he can chase me more? Men like to chase, okay? It makes them feel good when they accomplish almost receiving something or fully receiving something. It makes them feel good. That's why men really work hard, okay? The chase. And when you're chasing a woman, even if that woman is their girlfriend or not, it makes them feel good to chase, okay? So when you're dating someone and they're doing all these nice things for you, you gotta amp it up a little bit, okay? And let's just say he gets you flowers and you're just like, oh wow, these are really nice. These are awesome. I really like the pink ones that I saw there though. Let's just say he gets you red ones. Red ones, you should be happy with the red because that means romantic, and pink is friendship. But, you know, just say something that shows you're super appreciative, but you could have done this to be better. Now, people might want to fight me on this, but I promise you it's going to make him think, oh wow, she loves it, but I can do better. So if a man knows that he can do more to impress you, he's going to want to do it, and it's going to make him feel good to do it again, okay? So it's not like a nagging thing. This isn't a nagging thing. But let's just say he cooks a meal and say, oh wow, this is really good. But it would have been so much better if there was like some paprika in it. Use different language because you don't want to give like a backhanded compliment. So this takes practice, and you got to watch certain people who do this. And I think it's more foreign women who do this. So here's another example. Okay, let's just say he doesn't pull out your chair for you. You can just look at the chair and say like, oh, I'd love for you to pull my chair out. I think that would be so much more romantic of you. Or we can comment on his manhood a little bit and say, oh my gosh, I think it's so nice when, like, let's say you watch a TV show and you say, her husband always like pushes out her chair for her, or they do this, and it's so beautiful. I love that. Now I just want to let you know that these tips especially work when you're dating, because there are some men who, when you're married, they just feel like you're not going anywhere. It doesn't matter what they do. But if you have the right guy, then this is going to work, okay? If they really love and appreciate you, this is going to work. And then they'll say, oh, well, like, I can do that. Like, I can push out your chair. And they say, I would really appreciate that. And then the next time make sure you don't forget, okay? Make sure you really request them to do this. Next time they come in, then like look at the chair and just wait for him to pull it out, and then just say thank you. And they're going to feel good. They're going to feel like, yes, I did it. I accomplished that thing, right? You gotta always make them chase, okay? Now, this is also another section that's really important, and this is, you know, acting out of our femininity really is allowing them to be a man, okay? And requesting more of them and allowing them to do that chase, and us just receiving it. So what's important is, if a man ever tries to do something that is in his manhood, never stop him from doing it, okay? And I'm going to give you an example because I saw this happen the other day. And there was a man and a woman. I'm not going to say how I knew them, but the lady had bags on the floor, and the man went to grab them for her and continue with their walk. And the woman said, oh no, I got it. Don't worry about it. And he's like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, I got it. Him saying, are you sure, was him saying, you don't want me to be a man for you right now? And that was her way of saying, no, I can take care of things myself. So that kind of took away a little bit of her femininity and his masculinity at the same time. And he was really trying to demonstrate his manhood for the woman. And I saw that immediately, and I said to the woman, because I knew her well, I said, hey, don't do that. You have to allow him to be a man. And I think I used a different word. I think I said, you got to be a little bit more feminine there. Allow him to do his job as a man. And what I think happens is when you don't let a man show his manhood, what happens is they don't want to show their manhood to you because they know that you don't appreciate it. So if you consistently take on his roles and his task as a man, he's going to say, oh, I don't have to be a man for her because she wants to do it. Do you know what I mean? So if a man is offering to pay for dinner and you're like, oh, you don't have to pay for it, I got it. They're like, oh, I don't have to be a man for her. So you're just going to end up getting less and less out of this man because what do you need him for if you're going to do everything, right? So setting up these certain boundaries or principles in the relationship where you allow him to be a man and let him do those things, he's going to be able to be a man. But if you're consistently, oh, I got it, I can do everything, or oh, that's nice, that's perfect, and you're just satisfied with just you alone, you didn't need to appreciate anything that he brought to you, what he brought to the table. Because men bring to the table, right? If you're never happy with anything that he's bringing or giving, he's not going to want to bring anything to the table, okay? So this consistent chase of making them give more and more, they want to do that. That's how men want to give to you. And if you're shutting it down, it's a recipe for disaster. And I learned that. And it was really interesting to me because in my current dating life, I remember I'd open the door for myself. I'd say, oh no, I can pay for the bill too. And I thought it was really impressive that I can be this cool chick, this cool, oh, I'm not like one of the girls. I can be a guy, I can be fun, I can be hip. It backfires on you. And I started to realize, hey, I'm looking at these girls online and, their boyfriends are, engaging them. Their boyfriends are bringing them to special trips for their birthdays and celebrations. These guys are opening the door for them. They're really giving them princess treatment. And why am I not receiving the same things to this extent? It's because you're not acting like a princess. You are acting like a prince, okay? And you really got to be aware of what's going on and what you're doing. I think this is about to be like one of my favorite videos because this is life-changing advice. So subscribe to my channel if you like it. Like the video, comment, because it helps me see what you guys like. If you don't like or comment, I can't see what you're interested in or what you want me to talk about. So it really does help me. And in addition to that, some of you may or may not know that I am studying to be a therapist and I'm a current counselor right now. And I help people with REBT therapy, which pretty much means I help people remove the irrational and ugly thoughts out of their mind and help them to become more productive and beautiful. So that can look like, someone who believes that their finances are in extreme danger and they have no control over it, only their boss does. So what my job is to show them that that belief is actually limiting and dangerous. And I'd put something more healthy in their mind like, hey, you're in complete control of your finances and you can do X, Y, and Z. And here's the evidence that you can do X, Y, and Z. And you can be in charge of these businesses and removing the emotional attachment with that one belief and helping them revert it to another one and helping people with their goals using different therapeutic tactics. So if you guys are interested in that, you can sign up below and you could read more information if you didn't understand everything I just said on my website. And I'm glad to help you guys because that's what God put me on this earth for. So I hope you guys like the video and remember, act like a princess, not a prince. Bye.